So good morning one and all. My name is Reshma, lecturer in English. So today I am going to teach you some grammar. So in our last class we discussed about the basic grammar, that is parts of speech and 8 types of parts of speech. In that we have already discussed noun, pronoun with subdivisions and also with examples. Okay. So in today's class we're gonna discuss about verb. So verb is one of the important topic in English grammar. So what is verb? Verb means a word that shows an action, state or situation is known as verb. What is verb? A word that shows an action, state or situation is known as verb. So for example, she is dancing or she is singing a song. All these things are example for verb because it's showing an action. Okay, now the verb is subdivided into 4 types, that is action, state or situation, main verb and helping verb, which is also known as auxiliary. Okay, next regular and irregular verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs. So these are all the 4 types of verbs. So we can go through one by one. So first one is action verb. So action verb means which expresses the physical activity. See, action verb means which expresses the physical activities known as action verbs, like jump, sit, stand, walk, climb, run, shout, kick. All these things are example for action verbs. For example, I'll give you example with sentence. So the example are like the children are playing in the park. So the children are playing is the action verb here. So this is the action verb. Okay. So I will give you one more example, like who is shouting. So here shouting is also an action. So this is example for action verbs. So next one is state or situation. Next one is like state verb. So state verb means the verb that shows an situation in the sentence. The word that expresses the situation in the sentence is known as state verb, which expresses the situation in a sentence is known as So state verb means which expresses the situation in a sentence is known as state verb. So we can use it like be, have, think, like, own. So all these things are example for state or situation. I'll just form a sentence now, like she likes chocolates. She likes chocolate. So here likes is a state verb. Now also I'll give you one more example, like I have a car. So here have is also an example for state verbs. Okay, so this is first one, action and state or situation verbs. So next one is main and helping verbs. Main verbs and helping verbs, which is also known as auxiliary. So second one is main verb or helping verb. Is also known as auxiliaries. Okay, main verb, as I told you before, like sit, stand, singing, dancing, shouting, walking, playing, all these things are considered as main verbs. So helping verb means like be, do, have. So here be means it's not only be means like, see, we can split be into three, that is am, is and are. So here first one, am is used with only with the pronoun I. So we will use am only with the I. So is used with he is, she is and it is. Okay, and also are is used with you are, we are, they are. So be means it's not only be, it includes everything. Okay, am, is, are. So here am is used with only with the pronoun I, and is used with he is, she is, it is, and are is used with you are, we are, they are. And also sometimes we use when it is past tense, we use like was, were. Okay, now I'll give you example for this. I'll form a sentence like Lucy is working now. Lucy is working now. Okay, here, so here working is the main verb and is the helping verb. Okay, now next example is like so next sentence is like Lucy is not working now. So here, as I told you before, working is the main verb and this is the helping verb. So here it's a proper sentence, but here be as used as a negative sentence because I have given as is not. So be negative. Then is Lucy working now? It's questioning. So this is questioning. So here also this is main verb, working is a main verb and is a helping verb. Okay, so like this only we can use for do as do you play cricket every weekend, and also I have a car. All these things we can use under what main verb and helping verb. And one more thing there is, like we call it as a modals. So modals like modals are like can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, or must. So all these things are considered as a models. Okay, can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must. So all these things are models. So what are models? Models is nothing but which creates a mood in a sentence. So in English grammar, mood means which tells about the attitude of the person. Means like that he wants to convey his feelings to you. Okay, for example, like I just assume there is some cricket match or whatever taking place. So the person who's sitting in the audience seat, he will just convey his feelings to other person, like I think this team might win the cup. So I think this team might win the cup. The team might win the cup. So here might is considered as a model. Okay, like that only. My sister can play the guitar. My sister can play the guitar. So here can is also considered as models. Okay, so this is example for main verb and helping verb. So next one is regular verbs. Third one is regular verbs. So what are regular verbs? Regular verbs are nothing but a verb that forms their past participle with D or ED. The verb that forms their past participle with D or ED. Okay, so regular verbs are nothing but the verb that forms their past participle with D or ED is known as regular verbs. Say there is some rules here. If the verb ends with vowel, we use D. So if the verb ends with consonants, we use ED. Okay, so I hope everyone knows about what is vowel and consonant. Vowels means in English there are 26 letters are there in English alphabet. So in that 5 letters are considered as vowel and rest of the other alphabet is considered as consonants. So here what is regular verb? The verb that forms their past participle with D or ED is considered as regular verbs. So there is some certain rules also. If the verb ends with the vowel, we use D. Okay, if the verb ends with the consonants, we use ED. So I'll give you just example. This is present and past, okay? So here as I told you before, if the verb ends with the vowel. So these are all the words which ends with the vowel. So we can use just D. So for scare, it's scared, and for dare, it's dare, and for share, it's shared. Okay. So as I told you before, the verb that ends with the vowel is considered as, we can use only D. Okay. So another example like shout, talk, jump. See, these are all the words which ends with the consonants. For that reason, what we have to use? We have to use ed form. So for shout, shouted. For talk, it's talked. And also for jump, jumped. Okay. So these are all the example for regular verbs. Still there are many regular verbs. So I have given you only few examples here. So next we can go through irregular verbs. So irregular verbs means there are many irregular verbs are there in English grammar. So I'll just list down the few irregular verbs, okay? I'll just rub everything so that these are all the irregular verbs like V1, V2, V3 means like verb 1, verb 2 and or verb 3. And this is base form means it's in the present tense, simple past and past participle. Okay, there are, I'll just list down a few irregular verbs like awake. Awake is there in the present tense. So what is for awake? What's the past? Awoke and awoken. Okay, awake, awoke, and awoken. Next one is like be for simple past. So be changes to was or were. So for again, been. Okay, the next one, beat. So for beat, it's a present tense, so it is there in a present beat. And when it comes to past, the spelling is the same, but we should pronounce it as a bet because it is in the past tense. So beat, bet, beaten. Then begin, began, begun. Like that only, bring, brought, brought. So like that only, buy, bought, bought, and eat, ate, eaten, eat, ate, eaten. So eat is in a present form. When it changes to past, we should use ate and again eaten. Like this only some other irregular verbs are there which will never change at all. For example, like if we use like cut, in 3 also it's cut only. And also like cost, 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 put, put, okay. So I have mentioned only few irregular verbs are there. Still there are many irregular verbs are there in English grammar. So I think you came to know about irregular verbs. The last one is transitive and intransitive verbs. First one is transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are nothing but the verb that takes the object, the verb that takes an object. Okay, so what are transitive verbs? The verb that takes an object is known as transitive verbs. For example, the boy kicked the ball. So the boy kicked the ball. So here kicked is a transitive verb, ball is an object. Okay, as I told you, the verb that takes an object is known as transitive verb. The boy kicked the ball. So this is an object and this is kicked. And I will give you one more example. The girl kissed. The girl kissed the doll. So here this is an object and this is transitive verbs. So these are now the example for transitive verbs. Then intransitive verbs. So intransitive verbs means the verb that doesn't take an object. The verb that doesn't take an object is known as intransitive verb. For example, like an old man laughed loudly. So here, an old man laughed loudly. So here laughed is like an intransitive verb. So there is not there any object in this sentence. So these sentences are considered as intransitive verbs. Okay. So in today's class we learnt about verb and the 4 types of verbs with example. I hope you all understood. Thank you.